3, 2, 1. Hello guys, this is a very makeshift episode. So, long story short, for the last 2 to 3 months, I've had a contact who works for CEX, like the, not so much management team, but like warehouse team. So he finds out things before anyone else does. They get told like rule changes and policies and what they should and shouldn't do before anyone else. And he also basically also helps out sending games to like the northern side of CEX. So he's reasonably one of the higher ups, like, but isn't managing, but he's like, he knows more than most. I'll preface that because I was given information earlier from this person who will not be named because I don't want them to get in trouble, that basically CEX are going to, from now on, are going to allow to do reprint covers for PlayStation 2 and GameCube games. So let me say that again, GameCube games. This is going up live straight after I film this, so there'll be, if any mistakes I make, they'll be in it. Hence why there's no like thumbnail, anything like that. So what does this actually mean? So let's say, let me just take a random game for instance. CEX, we'll just take a random game. So let's say you buy a game from CEX. Let's say someone, basically any like that. From now on, if the cover is like damaged anyway, they will and shall reprint it to look brand new. But obviously reprinted covers are never as good as the original. So why are they doing this? As you can imagine, I'm guessing this is the case. They do a lot more business with casual people and collectors rather than like hardcore collectors like myself, my fellow YouTubers and out there. So basically I'm guessing they do a lot more like sales with them than they do with us. But there is a difference. So CEX rarities, they will not have reprinted covers. So basically what they've done is, for the hardcore, good lord, this is all going to be in there, so bear with me a second guys. For the hardcore collectors like myself and others, for like rarities, they will always have their actual original covers and such. But anything that isn't classed as rarity, so anything that's worth, let's say, £30 or less, there is always a chance now that will be a reprinted cover in store. Now, I don't know what the case is for like CEX deliveries for like that kind of stuff. I don't know if that is still allowed, but basically reprints are now going to be a policy that they're going to allow going forward. Now, I was told this in good confidence from my my friend who works for CEX. Well, not friend, my acquaintance. I never met the man. But everything he's told me before has actually been correct for the last 2 or 3 months, down to like reductions in certain prices. Everything he's told me has been true. So I believe this is going to be the case also. What I don't understand is PS2 and GameCube covers, but not Xbox, which is a bit weird because you would have thought Xbox, being the same generation, would get the same treatment. Consequently, that is not the case. There's a few questions. Firstly, I asked the question, so, and I knew the answer already, but I thought I'd just ask this question. Would the reprint, say, reprint somewhere on the cover, like, or the inside? No. So, for those who do not know and do not feel the difference, they wouldn't have a clue. Put it that way. But for me and other fellow YouTubers, we can tell the difference. We can tell the difference a mile away. That is obviously quite concerning for collecting future games, because, for instance, if I look online and see they've got a game in stock, there is now a chance that game can have a reprinted cover. And for those who watch is like, is it a big deal? It really shouldn't be, but it is, because you want the original, and reprinted covers, they never feel as good. You can spot it a mile away, you can feel it a mile away. It's just not right. The colour, you can tell. And they never get, sometimes it's just not perfectly straight, so you can tell a mile away it's been reprinted. And it's just not cool. But at the same time, CEX is going to try and appeal to the vast majority, not the minority that us, basically us collectors, if you will. So a lot of the cheaper stuff where they sell on their hundreds, like GTA 3, a lot of that stuff, they're going to reprint those covers. People, just casual players, people are going to buy them, they make money. As simple as that. But in this new rule that's coming, and I've been told it's coming. If it doesn't turn up, I'll be elated, but apparently it's going to happen. Us collectors, the hardcore collectors, will probably, like me, will probably suffer more than others. The casuals won't care, obviously, because they're not going to notice the difference, because they're not going to see the difference. But for all the games I do not own yet that are not rarities, some of the rarest stuff, it's going to be more high risk now. CEX roulettes will be a lot more interesting. For instance, any game that is not a rarity which I order from CEX online, I'm going to have to in theory, because I don't know how far the rule spreads, if it includes deliveries, there's now a chance to get a reprinted cover. That is not, how can I put this? That might mean I don't do CEX roulettes anymore. And as of recording, because today I am recording this literally 15th, today. This will be released literally after I finish this. As of today, I actually did purchase 2 games last night for a roulette. So they should be fine. But what scares me now is like, CEX could just literally, for instance, could have a game which is perfectly immaculate, have the case but don't have the cover. They can just reprint it and sell it. So it sounds like, I don't know if they've got a lot of these games which they literally can't sell without a cover. Basically, I get the sense, maybe I'm wrong, they've got a lot of games without covers which they can't sell, and they've just gone, fuck it, and just like, we're just going to start selling these, reprint the covers, no one's going to notice. Which for the vast majority, once again, is not an issue, but for me personally, it's going to be quite the issue. So what does this mean for future buying? Obviously, rarities is not going to be a difference, so that's alright, but I'm going to have to be a little more thorough every time I go into CEX, which I don't really want to do. When I buy games, I do check discs and that such, but I now got to check for the like cover too. It's going to be a pisser. But for those who do like CEX roulettes and buy everything online from CEX, I don't know what's going to be for the online trading too, but I'm guessing it will be. What I don't understand about this thing is, why just PS2 and GameCube? Is it just like... See, I want to splice in the messages in the conversation, but I don't want to get this gentleman in trouble, so I'm not going to. But I've been informed of this, and once again, his information has been accurate. So hopefully this doesn't happen, but I've been told this is going to happen. And I've been told there are fight back and suggestions by him, because he's like, he watches the channel. That's the reason he got in contact with me. He watches this stuff. That collectors are going to get angry about this, and I get the sense we will. Frustrating, bitterly frustrating. Then again, I understand it, because they're gonna. If you're in business, you appeal to the majority rather than the minority. But in this case, well, actually, see, because they're not touching rarities, they're still going to get a lot of money from the minority, because people are going to pay that. So in theory, as a business move, it's actually good, but as a PR move for us, it's bad. And I hope my friend is wrong, but he's been right every time. So that is bitterly disappointing. I've sensed it's been coming, and other YouTubers had issues with this, but now it sounds like it's actually going to be a policy of reprints. They will do them. But I think I've been told online at the moment, if there is a reprinted case, they will cancel the order. For like roulettes kind of thing, they will cancel it kind of thing. There you go. So that's disappointed. Disappointed is the word. Bitterly disappointed. Actually, this is not an episode. This is just a video I'm putting online. I will say one thing though. Tomorrow night's episode is actually going to be something new from the channel. So tomorrow night, I've been meaning to do this for some time, and I finally did it. I'm going to start looking at, like, not manufacturers, but game making companies, aka companies who made a lot of games for like PS2. So in the future, I'll be looking at Capcom and all that kind of stuff. But tomorrow night, the first episode, we'll be looking at Koei, and I went a bit hard on this one. By that I mean I put a lot of not so much. I put a lot of effort into it, editing and such. And I don't know if it's going to be popular or not, but it was time to do something different, and I enjoyed making the Koei episode last night. So tomorrow night's episode, we are going through every Koei game released on the PS2, I believe. I don't know if I missed a couple, because I had a list. don't know if it's going to be perfect or not, but from the start of the PS2 era to the end of the PS2 era, before Koei merged with Tecmo to make Koei Tecmo. So it's going to be something different tomorrow night. I've been wanting to do them for some time, and if it's popular, I will do Capcom, I will do Phoenix Games, 505 Games, all the very popular game makers of the past 25 years who contributed to the PS2 in a large facet, if you will. But anyway, this is pretty much it for this. It's not an episode, it's just a video. If this is true, I'm a bit disappointed because it's going to make it a lot harder. But at the same time, I got most of the game, so yeah. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a good evening. Bye.